President of the General Assembly, it is with great pleasure to welcome you all to the very first session of TED Antalya Junior Model United Nations. I would like to begin my speech with a quote of Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General of United Nations. If I had to select one sentence to describe the state of the world, I would say we are in a world in which global challenges are more and more integrated and the responses are more and more fragmented. And if this is not reversed, it is a recipe for disaster. Today, we are all gathered here in order to find a way out before the disaster that is yet to come actually becomes a dead end. As the team of TAJMUN’19, Foster Global Societies, points out, the main solution is actually us, humans. Men can only exist in a social structure. It is actually a lot more difficult than it is assumed for the individual to escape from social reality. Its sociality is everything to the individual. It is the language that speaks. It is the eye that sees reality, the working hands, the idea, and the action of the future, which are dreaming and realizing it. Since the beginning, humankind always needed company, someone to have nearby in order to survive. Today, nothing much has changed. We are still living in groups as societies. However, as years pass by, as we start to develop both mentally and physically, we start to discriminate one another without even realizing it. There was something that has been forgotten. Global societies cannot be about one nation, no matter how big or influential. Migration and diversification of societies around the world are facts of history and increasingly predominant features of this contemporary age of globalization. Increasing international migration means that nearly all states have become or are becoming more multi-ethnic, multicultural, multiracial, multireligious, and multilingual. Addressing this reality means finding political, legal, social, and economic mechanisms to ensure mutual respect, social cohesion, and mediation of relations across differences. Dear committee chairs, delegates, and participants, as the youth, we are the ones that will be building the future and finding a way out before it's too late. Let's raise our voices as loud as we can against any obstacles in our way of stopping the disaster and make people aware that we own our future. Thank you.
Secretary General, Executive Board members, and advisors. Let me start by welcoming tomorrow of leaders to our very first TAJMUN conference. I am heartened to see such a large and passionate group of teenagers engaged in global issues. The world is very lucky to have you, and also I believe that you will solve the major problems of the world in the future. TAJMUN, as all other MUNs, is built on open minds and fresh ideas. The topic chosen for the event is exactly of an immediate interest. Fostering global societies, and it is important to hear the voice of one of each 250 delegates from 28 different schools. Dear young leaders, I thank all of you for your commitment and wish you all a rewarding conference. I leave the floor to Madam PJ.
Honorable guests, distinguished advisors, esteemed directors, and dear delegates, it is my utmost pleasure and honor to welcome you all to our very first TAJMUN conference. As TED Antalya College, we have been actively participating in MUNs and JMUNs for years. The experience we gathered throughout our MUN journey, combined with 4 successful years of our MUN TAJMUN, have been our primary motivation for organizing TAJMUN. We aim to provide a platform for you to discuss the current issues in the world agenda, boost your self-confidence, and make new friends. Our organization team worked really hard in order to ensure that you're having the best MUN conference and make these 3 days unforgettable for you. Shooting videos, teaching what they will be doing to our new admins, trying to find topics for committees, and etc. were both enjoyable and exciting for us. And now our family gained marvelous people who are going to enjoy it with us. Our first theme is fostering global societies, which means an equal world without any kind of discrimination. Encouraging public to become a community and fight with any issues that our world deals with, such as hunger, fatal diseases, terrorism, the distribution of ecology, and the other global problems. If we establish a global society, we also gain a world without war, safe areas for all of the human beings, and the possibility for everyone to live their lives in welfare. Thus, with the honor of organizing the very first TAJMUN conference, again, we're dedicated to being united. I yield the floor to our Madam PGA. Thank you.